I'm Whitney. I'm from Georgia in the States, and I've been studying at the University of Otago here in Dunedin this semester. I was super excited about coming to New Zealand and seeing all of the pretty sights that I'd seen in pictures and doing all of the hiking and exploring. And I definitely got to do a lot of all of that, but I also really enjoyed just the time I spent hanging out here in the flat and around Dunedin. There's so many cool things to do here. It's been a lot of fun living in the flat on the corner with a cute little picket fence around it. A lot of fun. I remember the first night when I got here, I got dropped off and it was super dark and nobody was in the house, and so walking in here alone was kind of scary. And I put all my stuff down and then texted Emma. I was like, I'm here and I'm hungry and it's dark, what do I do? And she kind of led me the way to the supermarket, and I ended up going across the way over to 2B, and I met Flo there, so he was the first person I met. And then Morgan came in a little bit later that night, and we all watched Mean Girls in Ryan's flat because that's what Teak wanted to do. So that was a lot of fun to start off the semester. One of the first things that we did all together as a flat was hiking at Mount Cargill. And Emma drove us up there. We kind of went in two different shifts, so she took Morgan and I up there, and so we kind of hung out on the mountain by ourselves, and then she came back and picked up everybody else. And it was still snowing at the top, and it was just fun getting to know each other and hanging out that day. And as the semester went on, we started to get a lot closer as a flat and do more together. We did flat dinners, which was a lot of fun because everybody always made fun and creative things. And it was a lot of fun on my birthday. We all went out to dinner at Del Sol and enjoyed some Mexican food, and then came back here and had a party. And that was a really fun night, probably one of my favorite memories. Yeah. So Flo was always really good at fixing all of my stuff, or whenever I had a jar that needed to be opened, he could fix it, or if my camera was broken, I could hand it to him and he just had the magic touch and could make everything all better. So he was super great about that. And I really loved baking with Alex and Allison and Morgan. We made some fun stuff and had some good chats, and there were so many nights where all of us would just sit down here in the living room and watch movies and just stay up talking for a while. A lot of fun. Yeah, George and Flo always had really creative sports ideas. One day George came down and asked if he could borrow my hammock, and then I'd go outside, and the next thing I know, they hooked up mine and Emma's hammocks and were playing tennis with our frying pans. So they always kept everything very entertaining. George definitely always kept us on our toes with his pasta rice and fun greetings and stomping down the stairs and just everything. So he definitely kept things a lot of fun. But yeah, it's been an incredible semester here. So many great memories to be made that I will never forget, and I will always cherish this and all of the friends that I've made and all of the memories. And so yeah, it's been real, 2A, it's been real.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm from Auckland, and I've been down here for 4 years. This is my final year, and I'm a Kiwi host here for the international students like Flo and Morgan and Alison and Whitney, and George is the other Kiwi host. And we've had a really good semester. It's been a lot of fun. We've seen heaps of cool things, like me and Flo and George went to Queenstown for a week, and we went snowboarding and skiing, and it was heaps of fun. I was really bad, but Flo was amazing. He just tore down all the slopes, and we taught Teak to ski. And what else have we done? We went sandboarding in Aramoana down the sand dunes, so we just got on these boogie boards and just went flying down, and then we surfed on it and just fell everywhere, and it was so much fun. And we went camping at Long Beach, and we had a campfire and played games and just slept out in the caves, and we played heaps of sports in the flat. I'm really good at the rugby ball and cricket, absolute best at those, and we've been playing flying pan tennis, and we've had the hammock out the front. And the other night we had a Halloween, and we all dressed up and we went to a party and just danced, and it was so much fun. And what else? You can pause this bit, Flo, because I don't know. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun. I love all these guys so much. We just spend the whole night talking about all sorts of things and just making funny memories and laughing at random shit on YouTube. And it's great having Flo from France and the girls from the States and me and George from New Zealand. And even though half the time we don't know what each other's talking about, but it's so funny. And yeah, we've had a really good semester and seen some really cool parts of New Zealand, and like that seal that chased us and like stole the blankets, and it was really scary. And yeah, I could just go on for hours about all the different things we've done. And it's been, Flo's so much fun. He's so cool. Reason that I came to Dunedin, it's like an awesome part of the South Island. So many like different places to explore, so many different things to do, and it's really pretty. The weather is terrible. It's cold and it's rainy most of the time, but we still managed to make the most of it. And there's always something going on, and sometimes we get a bit drunk and we had some really funny memories. It's been a really good semester, really good bunch of people, and yeah, I'm going to be really sad tomorrow when we all leave. And I don't know if this is getting a bit too soppy. This is more like a... yeah. Okay. But, yeah, it's been good. Yeah, I'm going to... Bye.
Je m'appelle Alison. I'm from America, and I go to school in Colorado at University of Denver. And I studied abroad at University of Otago, that's it, for the second semester, and I lived in 2A with Flo. Before coming to New Zealand, I sort of expected it to be warm and hot and sunny. And when I got here, it was gray, rainy, and cold, and windy, but it wasn't all that bad in the beginning. I also expected to live with a lot more Europeans than Americans, which is it's not that bad, but I was really happy to find out that Flo was from France because, like a lot of people, I'm obsessed with Paris and France and love it. So that was really cool to find out that Flo was from France. Some of my favorite moments in 2A, let's think about it. It probably would be, well, baking with Morgan. We used to bake like every Friday, and that was really, really fun. It sort of became a tradition, and we would make really, really delicious desserts and like cookies and stuff, and that was just really, really fun. Also, hanging out with Morgan in our alley, and we were back inside, and everybody showed up. They asked us where all the chairs were, and we just like couldn't respond, and Morgan will know what I'm talking about, but it was really funny. That was a good memory for me. Also just the countless nights of like staying up and all of us just talking down here in the living room, just hanging out really late. Like that was really awesome, just having really good conversations and laughing a ton. I mean, Flo and I get along really well, and we would always just talk about random shit and laugh a bunch, and that was really, really awesome. Let's see. Also, just a little shout out to Flo for dealing with all my questions about France and French pronunciation, because that's just very difficult. And I asked a lot of questions, and he was like my little French teacher, which was awesome. So shout out to that. Thank you. Also, all the times we made crepes. I feel bad for forcing him to make crepes for us all the time, but what are you gonna do? They were delicious. Had to be made. Had to be done. So those bacon crepes was really, really fun. Let's see. Halloween. That was like 2 nights ago, but that was so awesome. We basically just ended up dancing to old school hits at some random party, and I don't know, we just had a really, really good time. And walking back through campus, we were all laughing and joking, and it was just like one of those moments where you're like, I'm gonna remember this forever, at least for me. But yeah, so that was a really good time. Let's see. Also, again, I apologize for being so annoying, because I'm always commenting and tagging Flo and George and Emma and everybody on Facebook things, especially, well, recently to do with Drake and Hotline Bling. That was kind of like a huge inside joke for all of us. So yeah, that's some good stuff. Some good stuff. Let's see. Went to the races today. That was really fun. Again, that'll probably be a highlight. Really enjoyed that. Let's see. Ooh. I remember.
Oh no.
The Making Clothes video. Yeah. That one time when I asked Flo what I tried to say choupette, but I said japette. So ha ha ha, funny, but that was good. He corrected me, so we're fine. Also, all of the amazing French music that Flo, he made me a playlist, which was really nice because I love all of his French music. So that was really cool of him. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I've had a really good time overall in 2A. It definitely has gotten better because the weather's gotten better, so it's just become more fun, a lot more to do outside. We've hung out more as the semester sort of progressed. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be sad saying goodbye to everybody, especially because I feel like we're all a lot closer now than we were when we first got here. So I love you, 2A.
Hey, I'm George. I'm from a little town south of Auckland. The famous Stephen Donald, World Cup winning All Black. Just 8-7. It's good game flow. And I've been down here for 5 years now. Just graduating end of the year. So yeah, it'll be a fun time for me. So I guess I met Flo in July. And yeah, it was alright guy, I suppose. Apart from the fact, being French, I suppose, kind of helps him. Works with the ladies anyway. Doesn't quite work with me, but no, it's fine. Had a great semester with everyone. It's been a lot of fun. Done a lot of fun shit. Flo playing his first game of rugby was one of the highlights, I suppose. Little skinny French guy playing versus big island boys, but he did well. Made tackles. Had to try out boots and everything. Snowboarding was all good. I'm on his GoPro. Yeah, I'm gonna miss almost everyone.
Hey, I'm Morgan. I'm from the Bay Area. I lived on 2A 4th Street with my lovely flatmates. What I expected from New Zealand was volcanoes everywhere and nature everywhere, which I did see, and that was really great. I did see volcanoes, but they're not everywhere, which is probably for the best. And I came here in New Zealand to study geology and also to get away from home and see a different place that still speaks English because, yeah, I don't know any other languages. And some of my favorite memories were definitely Bake Club, which was so much fun every week, and seeing the Meraki boulders and touring Auckland and the Northern Island during the beginning of my trip. And one moment with my flatmates that I really enjoyed was when we all, I think actually no, it wasn't everyone, a couple people were gone, but we all headbutted the ball around the common room for hours and just talked. It was really great. Made fun of Justin Bieber, so that was really, really fun. Yeah, I miss it already, and I wish I were back. See you.
Hey, my name is Florian, but anyway, no one was able to say my name correctly during that semester, so everyone called me Flo, which was pretty cool. So I'm from Paris. The reason I came in Dunedin was pretty simple. At the beginning it was because I wanted to be really far away from France. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it was one of my wish. And enjoying the culture shock because Paris is a really big city and Dunedin is kind of really small city. It was also coming to New Zealand because New Zealand is everyone's dream. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you ask someone, do you want to go to New Zealand, he will always say, I really want to. So yeah, New Zealand is, as everyone thinks, it's beautiful landscape everywhere, but the only thing it's kind of different about people thinking is the weather. Honestly, New Zealand is not Australia. It can be really cold, most of the time raining, furthermore during the winter, which is summer in France. And Dunedin is kind of really windy city, so don't go to New Zealand for weather. I wanted to say thanks to George, Emma, Morgan, Whitney, and Alison for this semester. She will understand. Because it was the first time for me to live without my parents, without all my family in the same house. So first experience about flatmate, a really cool one, everything in English, so cool. One of the best love we had during the semester, for sure, it was watching vines and crazy shit on internet all night, and we stay really late with Alison, sometimes close to still at 1:30 or 2 watching some shit. But it was really fun. What I also remember is doing crepes. Yeah, Alison was kind of super fan of France, so she was always saying, Flo, I want some crepes, I want crepes, I want crepes. It was really fun. So Sunday was crepes day most of the time, and crepe day was also meaning French music, and she loved it. I also want to say thank you to George, because being in New Zealand is also being in the rugby country. Yeah, New Zealand beat France, we all know that, and just forget about that. So it was one of my to-do list things to do. It's playing rugby with the uni, and George just invited me to play with the low team, so it was really, really fun. We played against the strongest team, the biggest guy for the first game, and I was the skinniest was, but I scored, and George knows that it's from the French player, Kristen Journey. And remember, Emma and George, there were 2 Kristen Journey. The first one, we just took the car early in the morning, driving. I was sleeping in the car, and I just woke up, and the car was broken. Yeah, we were in the middle of nowhere with the car broke, and just, so what are we supposed to do now? So really fun, but really cold day, really shit day, and we had to come back. And the other one was the best one, for sure, because we went skiing. It was really fun, doing some snowboarding with George, watching George going down, walking because he broke his snowboard. Honestly, not surprising, because George broke everything. And Tick was also learning skiing, so really fun for every one of us. And it was really short journey, like a small week, but really cool. And Queensland is definitely the place to go in New Zealand. What I can say too, it's one night with George, we started to be crazy. George knows my favorite song was September. No, don't forget that. And we started playing just old songs. So it was probably 9 when we started, and we did that until midnight. So fun. Playing with games in the house, yeah. Starting with dropkick over the couch, and then playing squash with George shoes and a ball. And one night we start to play cricket, shit sport. And in the parking, in the dark. And I have no idea how we just went to that sport. And on the next morning we were playing tennis with a fried pan and that ball in the middle of the parking. We drew some lines to do a real tennis court. It was really fun. And in fact all the complaints came with us playing that game, so really cool. Speaking French with Alison was really fun, because for us speaking French is kind of being classy and a little bit snobby, but we are not snobby, honestly. And so when she was trying saying French word or introducing herself, she was taking an accent like, my name is Alison and I'm from America. But saying exactly like that, but in French. So really fun, honestly. And we were supposed to study that day because we had exam, but we just spoke all the afternoon French. I also want to say that I'm really happy to I spend a lot of time with my flatmate, because if you remember at the beginning of the semester, my English was kind of really silent. Not shit, but silent. I wasn't really that speaking. Most of the time just saying yes, no, and yes and no, that no. And as more the semester was passing, more my English was better, and it was really cool at the end of the semester to be able to speak really fast, really fluent with all of you, and much more easier to exchange about different culture we have, and all the things we know. You know what I mean. I can't forget that Alison has also a strange expression. She was trying to say to me that it's an American one, but honestly, I don't really trust her about that. It was Jafir. Okay, yeah, no one has an idea, but what does it mean? It's supposed to say like you're doing the same thing as the person, or you were thinking about the same. Anyway, honestly, I'm not sure if American people are using that, but it's so fun. I will still using that one. Just remember about good love we had with Jafir. Halloween night was really cool. We had a really good love. I was kind of drunk, and you like that because you were asking me to be drunk. And yeah, good dancing, good costume. Yeah, racist day, really classy day. I know it was Emma and Allison's best day because they were waiting for that day during all the semester just to put some really classy dress and be really, really pretty. So it was really cool. And first experience for me, Allison, probably take to go to a race with horse. I really want to thank you, all of you, for being part of that video. I know it can be really uncomfortable and unnatural to speak about a camera, but you did pretty good job, all of yours, and you will be so happy to see that video and have a really good memories about all the time we spent all together. And remember everyone speaking, like what I mean, it's everyone voice, and I know you will be missing my French accent for sure. And yeah, you're definitely all gonna miss me, but we'll probably see it further another time in Paris because you have to come to Paris. See ya, guys.
Oh.
Okay, go again. Alright, I'm ready, go. Stop. Okay, one more time, go.
Heureux.
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 Encore.
Heureux.
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 Heureux. Heureux. Heureux.
Heureux.
Mal heureux. Okay.
Good time.
Goddamn. Goddamn.
Sam.
Goddamn.